everybody, and welcome to P2P Vacations. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Crystal.
And today's video is going to be our top 5 excursions. If you like these kinds of videos, please like and comment and subscribe.
If you guys have any excursions that you absolutely love, please feel free to comment down below and let us know. We would love to hear.
And try them.
Yeah.
We are always looking for something new to do.
Absolutely.
Except in Cozumel, we want to go to someplace all the time. All the time. Except for the manatees. We have to like dip that in there every once in a while. Because I love manatees. I love a manatee. Anyway, now I'm going to digress on manatees. Save the chubby mermaids, people.
How can you not love these cute little manatees? They're the cutest things and they're so sweet. But anyway, back to the regularly scheduled video, people.
Okay. Anyway, number 5, Crystal, before I say manatees again.
Number 5 is Stingray City, and that is in Grand Cayman.
Beautiful.
It is absolutely amazing.
It is. I mean, it's crystal clear blue water. You're in the middle of the ocean on this sandbar, and these are wild stingrays who just know that they're gonna get fed, so they come to the sandbar, and they love people. I mean, they come right up to you. They go right through your legs, right around your legs. They'll come up on your back. Like, they don't have any like sense of a personal space.
Nope, they do not. You know, some stingray excursions that you book, they take place in a roped off area or in a little tiny area.
Right.
We've done the ones in the little tiny area where you kind of are on your knees.
Yeah, and they're not as much
or,
fun.
You know, you're in water like up to your, you know, thighs. They're not as fun. This one, you're legitimately out in the water.
I mean, it's like waist deep on us. I mean, we're 5'2" and 5'3", so
yeah, I mean,
they're like
it is.
waist, maybe like stomachy kind of. It's high.
Yeah, it's pretty, you know, but and you're walking around out there.
Right. Shuffle feet.
Yep, shuffle your feet because you don't want to step on them.
Because they're there.
Yep, and I mean, the guides will tell you as soon as they hear the boats coming, they just come in, they swarm in, because they've been conditioned to know that when the boats come, food's coming.
Right.
Because when they started back in the day, they would come to dump their bait there after long days of fishing. So that's kind of how that started. They would dump whatever was left there, and that was their food. So now they just bring people there to play with them.
The stingrays seem to like, they don't care.
No.
They seem to like it, you know, they'll come right up to you. I mean, they're not like dogs. They're not coming, you know, like, hey, but they'll come. They do not care about pushing you out of their way. If they want to go right there.
Oh, they will, you know, if they would like to get to the food.
Oh, you will move.
Yep.
Especially the big ones. The little ones, not so much, just because they don't have, you know, like the wingspan, but those big ones, they'll move you.
Yep. They will cut right in between people, and you know, they'll push out the way. They don't care. So it's kind of fun. I know a lot of people are scared of them, but you know, because I mean, they do have their barbs.
Right.
They are
wild stingrays,
but they're fine. I mean, and you can get under the water, take pictures.
We've never done an excursion out there where they don't allow you to take your own photos.
Right.
So that's nice.
They help you to where you can hold them, kiss them. They put them on your back, and then you can take your pictures that way.
And then you get a piece of squid, and they teach you how to hold the squid, and they bring the stingray over, and he sucks it right up.
It's really fun. Really fun.
It's a good time. So number 4 is my favorite, probably of all time, because it's me, but you know, whatever. And it's the manatee excursion in Cozumel. She gets so annoyed with me because we've done it so many times, but they're manatees, they're so cute.
They are cute,
And-
but you know, I don't know how many times you can swim with a
A
manatee.
million. We you can do this at Chakanab in Cozumel, and I know most of their like dolphin swims get you like 10 minutes in with the manatees, but we just usually choose to do just the manatee excursion, which is like I think like $60.
That manatee tried to drown me.
The first few times we did it, we were the only people who were choosing to do the manatee excursion. I think mostly for like all day. And so they like, it's supposed to be like what, like a 30 to 45-ish minute excursion. They were letting us stay in there for like an hour and a half. Because I think we were the only people who were visiting with these poor little chubby mermaids. And these little sea cows, they just love you. And like, so like you stand on like you're in the water like waist deep, and like you're standing on like a metal, you know, like ledge. And they bring the manatee over for you to pet and to feed lettuce to. And they take pictures. And then you are like free swimming. They like send you out into like the little manatee area. And as long as you have lettuce, those manatees will follow. Yep. And at one time, and like they have, you know, they're flippers, and like they're closely related to what, an elephant?
And elephants, but they have like little
nub,
nails.
Yeah, like little nub nails, and so like they will grab onto your legs and hold themselves up above the water so they can get their lettuce, and it doesn't hurt.
But they are heavy.
They are heavy, and so like even though you're in a life jacket, you're like, oh,
yeah.
But it's so fun and it's so cute, and oh, they just love you, and their breath doesn't stink. It smells like lettuce.
I remember when I was on the platform, it was fine because I had, you know, I was on the platform, but
yeah, so most of, like more of your weight is above the water.
Yeah, so when I went out into the free swimming area, and I had one of them on me. I mean, he was on me. He had his arms right here, and then, you know, he's trying to eat this lettuce, and I mean, I'm like drowning. I'm like, okay, you're gonna kill me.
Right. I mean,
drowning by manatee.
At one point, I had two on me, and like we were just like backwards floating at this point. I'm just feeding them their lettuce, and then I realized they have me pinned in a corner, and I'm just like, I have nowhere to go. And like the manatee guide person is just handing me more lettuce down over, and I'm like, ma'am, I'm like, I can't move. I'm stuck. But like, I mean, you can't complain because they're just so cute, and you just want to kiss them and love them and squeeze them and touch them and love them.
And they're so gentle. They're
They
not
are.
aggressive. They're
Not
just
aggressive at
very,
all.
very calm, and
They're so
you know, it's
sweet.
just so funny how they could just kind of hang on you.
Right, and they love people. They seem to really love like letting people pet them, and the second you get in the water, they come right over like, hey, how you doing? So it's definitely a top excursion.
Because, you know, here in the States, you're not
You're not
allowed
touch 'em.
to touch manatees at all.
And-
So,
You know, please slow down because
Yeah,
they're
don't
there.
hit them.
Don't hit them. It really wrecks them, and they're the sweetest animal. And anyway, number 3 is
the catamaran snorkel.
we love a good catamaran.
We have done this in Aruba. We did.
No, it was Curacao. No, it was
Curacao?
Aruba. It was Aruba. You're right. It was Aruba.
We did this in Aruba.
We've done it in Dominican.
We did, yep,
We've done it in
Dominican.
Nassau.
Mm-hmm.
Where else have we done a good catamaran? I feel like we've done it more than that, but
Yeah,
maybe not.
we like to do that because
We really do.
they take you to reefs, they take you to shipwrecks.
Mhm.
Sometimes they are open bars. You obviously snorkel first, and then you get to go to the open bar.
Some of them have included lunch.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends, you know, it depends on the excursion itself.
The Aruban one, that was fun.
That was probably our best.
The first stop was 8 feet of water, I think.
Yeah, so we were all like, "Oh, this is easy." We're right there, almost to a beach. So like you were kind of close to land, so you're just kind of like chilling. There was no wave. We had a good time.
And then they took us to the next spot.
It was the shipwreck.
It was a shipwreck, yes.
And so like there are people below us scuba diving the actual shipwreck.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're snorkeling it, and I don't know if Crystal knows this part yet, so this is going to be a surprise to her too, because I think she actually had headed back. You headed back to the boat before Mimi and I did, right? Or did Mimi go back
Oh, yeah.
first?
I headed way back.
Oh, yeah, because it was choppy.
It was they warned us ahead of time that the current was very strong and that it was easier just to let the current take you back to the boat rather than try to swim it back.
It was hard.
Because at that place, you'd be going against the current. So I have a phone in one hand and I'm swimming with the other. And of course, I'm not the greatest swimmer to begin with. So, I prefer just snorkeling where I can just get off the boat and snorkel.
And we never can figure out flippers. So none of us are wearing flippers.
Yeah.
Which I think would have helped in that situation.
Right. And, first off, 8 feet of water is a little deep.
This was way deeper the second stop.
Second stop, they tell us, because somebody asked, and they said it was 53 feet of water, and I freaked out.
She got off, though. I was proud of her.
I was like, excuse me, what? 53 feet. And I was already in the water. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a few pictures of the shipwreck because we had never snorkeled a shipwreck before. And so I said, all right, I'm going to take the pictures and the video, and then I'm getting my butt back on the boat and laying out because this is not for me.
But Mimi and I, my grandmother, had chose to stay out a little longer, and this is when I could see the scuba divers down at the bottom, and I'm like, oh cool, scuba divers, like they're actually like, in the shipwreck, and one of them keeps going like this at us, and we're like, well, what does that mean? Like, I don't know, maybe he's saying something's wrong with his gear. I don't speak scuba diver, and he just keeps, and we're like, everyone's confused. And then we get back on the ship, and like everyone who was kind of in that little area, we're all looking at like, what was he saying? Like, what was he talking about? And then this other group is talking about how they saw a sea turtle, and I'm like, well, dang, I wish I had seen the sea turtle. And then finally, the guide was like, what was he doing at y'all? And we were like, he was going like this. And he's like, oh, he was just telling you there was a shark. And we're like, oh, he was just telling us there was a shark? And we missed it. I wanted to see it. But also, I was snorkeling with a shark and didn't know it. But thank you, scuba diver man, for trying to help us.
No, thank you.
She did not enjoy
the
scuba diver trying to tell us. But she wasn't. I don't think you were in the water at that point. So you were okay. The shark couldn't eat you on the boat.
No. Yeah. I don't do sharks.
I want to swim the shark so bad.
She wants to. I will take her picture from the boat. So that was Aruba. Dominican Republic, that was a fantastic one. We got a lot of time in the water with that one.
There was no snorkeling.
Not really any snorkeling.
A starfish area.
Yep.
And then we went to like their like little private beach area.
Yeah, where we had lunch and we had rum and cokes.
I think lots of rum and cokes.
Lots of rum and cokes. The Nassau one, that was our first.
That one was weird.
It was weird. It was very choppy.
Yeah.
And we almost couldn't get back to the boat, and we almost died with barracuda.
Yeah, that was that guy I thought he was yelling dolphin.
So Kayla starts swimming toward it.
So I'm like, dolphin? I want to swim with a wild dolphin. So I just immediately like yeeted left, and I'm like, yeah, swimming hard. I can tell that Crystal's following me, but she can't see because she has her goggles on, no glasses, and then I finally I'm like, oh, I need a breath, and you finally hear the guy going, where are you going? It's a barracuda. And I'm like, oh. So we have to get back to the boat, which was difficult in and of itself. And once we get back on, he goes, where were you going? And I was like, I thought you said dolphin. I was gonna go swim with a dolphin.
Yeah.
It was not. It was Barry the barracuda.
Barry the barracuda. And now I have prescription goggles, so I don't have to follow.
now she will not go to Barry the barracuda anymore.
It's very difficult to snorkel when you cannot see your hand in front of your face.
I bet.
And when you lose your people out there because you're like, where are you? I can't see you. So yes, we love snorkeling, and we always try to do it. And the catamarans are great because I just lay on the net and tan while we're driving
I love a good
or
catamaran.
sailing. So fun times.
So number 2 was whale watching in Juneau. And I want to whale watch again so bad. Mm-hmm. It was so much fun. And I think Crystal and I, by the end of that excursion, were whale watching experts because we were finding the whales before the experts were. We were just like, whale. He's like, where? Like, right there. Oh, okay. Whale, where? Right there. I mean, by the end of that cruise, we were whale watching. I mean, we were just yelling, whale! People were like, really? I'm like, yeah, it's right there. Want to see it?
You just learn to look for every little tiny movement.
Yes, and like these, you know, like they spurt the water or the air up, and so then you know, like, okay, a whale's here. And so then you just keep watching for it, and it was amazing.
I expected it to be like, you know, Free Willy.
Yeah, she wanted to see, phew!
Where they come flying out of the water, and I expected it to come jump over our boat and do tricks, and I'm like, wait a minute. This is not like Free Willy.
SeaWorld.
Well, I mean, that's what they do in SeaWorld and
I think
Free Willy.
I think, you know, earlier in the season, you are going to see more of the orcas. So that's what you're expecting. You know, like the orcas are a little more breaching the water. And I think earlier in the season, the humpbacks breach the water a little more than later in the season when they're trying to fill their bellies and then migrate.
And we just saw a day.
Well, we got to see the back. They humpbacked and then went under and then their tail went out. It was really cool, and like you could figure out by like how deep they were going, by how high their tail came up out of the water. We learned a lot on that whale watch. It was amazing. So number 1 is
Mr. Sancho's in Paradise Beach in Cozumel. So these are the all-inclusive beach clubs in Cozumel. They're not that expensive.
It's
what,
really
like $50 to $60?
Yeah.
And they include all the alcoholic beverages you could imagine.
All you can eat.
All you can eat. All you can drink water. Water bottles, obviously, not the water. I mean,
you have a beach. You have beach chairs and umbrellas. You have pools.
They have great bathrooms. Yes. Everything.
And the service is top notch. Like
you have your waiter that, you know, claims you at the beginning,
right?
They walk you in, and that's your waiter. But
and Mr. Sancho's, they have a waiter and like an assistant, so like he'll come around too. At Paradise Beach, I mean, it was pretty empty when we went, so I don't know. If maybe they normally have 2 that serve you, but we just had the one. And I mean, he was coming to us before we were ready. We were like, no, I think we still have a full drink, sir.
I mean, I just went down the menu and tried every drink they had. But unfortunately at Paradise Beach, we were only there for a few hours, so I didn't even make it through the menu. But Mr. Sancho's, I just kept going down the menu. They had a pool bar.
It was amazing.
I mean...
And they write on your cups.
Oh yeah, Mr. Sancho's, they write on your cups, so it was pretty cool to go back and forth and see what they would come up with next. Right. But I highly recommend them. I mean, the drinks are so amazing. Yeah. If you like those... You know, fruity.
All-inclusive.
Well, no.
You want the fruity drinks?
The fruity, you know.
Margaritas. They had margaritas.
They do. Which one had the, like, tahini margaritas? I think both of them did.
Yeah, they both did.
I guess the last one was Paradise Beach.
Yeah, that was the one. I ordered a regular margarita and got tahini on my rim, and then she ordered a spicy margarita and got salt. She was like, what? And I'm like, how? They just love me more.
Yeah, I've started to really enjoy the spicy margaritas because they are very good.
They are very good.
But yeah, those all-inclusive ones are great. I just think they're a good time. So
they are a really good time.
That's our top 5 excursions there. And I mean, I think my favorite one of all of those is definitely going to be Mr. Sancho's. And the catamaran.
I just want a manatee.
Of course you do. She wants to put one in the bathtub.
If it would fit.
And it would not fit.
I would keep a manatee in my house in a heartbeat.
You'd probably put it in the pond in the backyard.
Just want to like pinch their little cheeks and boop their nose and scuggle them all the time.
Put it in the pond.
No, that's not good water for him. It does not flow. He has to flow.
Oh, Lord.
Everyone, go swim with manatees.
Yep.
It'll change your life.
Yeah. If you guys have any more excursions that we didn't mention that you think are really awesome, or if you've been to any of these.
Yeah, tell us what you think.
Yeah, let us know what you think. If you loved it, if you didn't love it. You know, let us know.
Don't talk bad about manatees. Anyway.
Send your manatee love.
Yeah, send your manatee love. Little manatee hearts.
Yep.
Love you.
Bye.
Manatee. Bye.